First at 5. From the University of Florida's College of Journalism and Communications, you're watching WUFT News.
The long-awaited audit of GRU's decision-making to commit to biomass is now out. It's Thursday, April 9th. I'm April Lanuza.
And I'm Yelena Orelli. We begin tonight with a first look at the lengthy report. Joining us in the studio is WUFT's Maria Carter.
Yes, ladies, critics of GRU's biomass commitment are certainly going to find a lot of points to seize on. A firm called Navigant has been working with the city since last October to perform an independent review of GRU decision-making. The report does confirm some concerns voiced by the opposition to Gainesville's biomass plant and the power purchase agreement between the plant builder GREC and the city. It's a 179-page report and everyone is still going over the details. But among the key findings, according to Navigant, city leaders should have ordered a new planning study when they shifted plans from coal to biomass because it led to significant additional risk. The commission authorized terms that were later changed, and GRU should have ended negotiations with GREC when pricing changed. The final power purchase agreement was found to have little benefit for GRU or its customers. As for changes moving forward, Navigant recommends trying to renegotiate payment terms that will buy time for biomass resource costs to become more favorable, and in the future requiring negotiated contracts be approved by the City Commission. We'll have additional coverage in coming days and weeks as the city and GRU critics begin to react to the findings. There will be a special meeting next Wednesday at 5 p.m. when Navigant will formally present its findings to the City Commission.
In Waldo, parents are angry at the possibility of closing the Waldo Community School. The idea to annex Waldo school children to Chester, Shell, or Lake Forest Elementary School came after a review of the district by the school board in February. Results showed that combining such small schools could help when it comes to providing resources.
The problem is that when schools are that small, you really can't provide them the level of resources that they need, the programs and services they need. And so by combining schools, you can provide additional resources.
There will be a public hearing on May 5th, and the board is expected to vote on May 19th.
A 9-year-old boy accidentally shot his grandfather while they were either shooting or hunting in the woods Tuesday evening. The Pasco County Sheriff's Office says the shooting occurred near Dade City on private property. Officials say the injured man is 54 years old and was shot in the abdomen with a .22 caliber rifle. He was transported to a local hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries.
A Florida woman is dead after a parachute accident at a skydiving center in the city of DeLand. Authorities say the accident happened just after 4 p.m. The victim was a 33-year-old woman. This is the second fatality at Skydive DeLand this year. A Navy SEAL, 31-year-old Petty Officer First Class William Marston, died while training at the facility back in January.
The temperatures have been very warm in north central Florida today.
But UF forecaster Morgan Falcon will tell us whether this heat will continue. She joins us from the Weather Center.
Good evening, ladies. Well, the heat will continue at least for the next couple of days, continuing to see those above average temperatures. Let's take a look right now at current temperatures sitting at 85 here in Gainesville at the 5 o'clock hour. So certainly a warm afternoon for us as we go through the evening hours, getting down to the lower to upper 60s. So a mild start to our Friday, but rain chances stay out of the forecast until the weekend, so that's some good news. You have one last day of sunny and warm weather to enjoy, and certainly get out there and enjoy it, because by the weekend we have some rain coming for us, and I'll tell you all about that coming up on my main weather forecast. After the break, I'll show you where and when we could see rain on our Saturday and Sunday. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Morgan. A House bill is in the works that would make Florida a more attractive location for filmmakers.
WFT's Kayla Kowalik was in Ocala today talking to filmmakers about the bill and how it would benefit Florida. Kayla?
That's right, ladies. House Bill 451 would give film and TV companies a tax break. Filmmakers I talked to today think it's a win-win for both their industry and the state as a whole.
The second annual Silver Springs International Film Festival kicked off last night. The festival is bringing in 72 films from around the world, but organizers hope that showcasing local films will also help put North Florida on the map as a filming location.
And once upon a time, a lot of movies were shot here because of the springs. So, you know, the decision was made, let's do this. That was part of our decision as well. But in that first year, we were asked, well, how can we be sure it's really getting out there? Well, I don't know. 37 countries are represented in the submissions. I assume they know about us or they wouldn't be sending their stuff.
One of the aims of the Silver Springs International Film Festival is to show that people are coming from around the world to showcase their movies and to film their movies in Florida, even more of a reason for a tax incentive.
Restoring a tax incentive is part of a bill in the House to encourage filmmakers to come to Florida. Thompson says Florida is missing out on revenue from films because producers are choosing to go to states with better tax breaks.
It will certainly bring more money into the economy. There's no doubt about that. And you know, it depends on a lot of things. The thing is, you know, if you make an iconic film here, people will want to visit that town, that set, that particular place.
Proponents of the bill say that spending a little money to attract movies here could pay off big.
Florida used to be huge in filmmaking, and Ocala itself actually has some pretty good, well-known films. I mean, you got The Creature of the Black Lagoon, you got Cross Creek, who we just watched last night to open up the film festival, and for it to for big companies to come here in Ocala, it just really brings it back to where it used to be.
Alex Moy won an award for his film last year and says he's excited to be back at the Marion Theater for a second time with a new film he shot in downtown Ocala.
The film festival runs through the weekend at the Marion Theater. Reporting live from the newsroom, Kayla Kowalik, WUFT News.
The people behind a social media campaign that took root overnight are celebrating a little victory today for a very big tree. After discovering that a fairly unique tree on UF's campus is scheduled for removal because of construction, a group of students and faculty have rallied to try and save it. Professors and students reached out to people sympathetic to the cause to save the tree, now named Bert. A committee meeting today agreed to ask if there could be a new design that would save the tree.
And although today isn't the end for Bert, he does live to see another day. And going forward, the committee and ultimately the people who are going to make the decision are going to have to recognize the level of support that exists for keeping him where he is.
Tonight at 6, we'll dig up into UF's perspective on limited options for construction and other utility work that might force the tree to be removed.
Child sexual abuse is a serious issue said to affect 1 in every 5 young girls. With inspiration from a survivor, the community of Gainesville is coming together to raise awareness, WUFT's Sloan Patterson reports.
Today in Gainesville, dozens of people walked 16 miles in support of an important cause. They walked in the name of prevention, awareness, healing, light, and hope. Lauren Book, founder and CEO of Lauren's Kids, walks 1,500 miles from Key West to Tallahassee each year. Along the way, her team hosts these walks to raise awareness and help end child sexual abuse.
There are survivors that are walking in this walk today, and we're so proud of them, and they have the strength and resilience to come out and walk and help other survivors become strong enough to talk about their stories and so that they can start their healing. It's amazing.
Despite the heat, today's walkers were able to keep their spirits high with support from the community.
The walk is important because it's all about preventing child abuse and making people aware of these statistics that a lot of people don't know about. So it's awesome for the community, and we got a lot of support actually while we were walking. So it was fun, a lot of honks and waves and all the good stuff.
Sloan Patterson, WUFT News.
Lauren Book and her team expect to make it to Tallahassee by April 22nd. Book says that being able to be an emotional support for survivors along the way makes her journey worthwhile.
Coming up after the break, we'll tell you how previous reports against the South Carolina officer accused of unlawfully killing a man could have prevented further accidents.
And the Alachua County Health Department is advising parents to vaccinate their children early. Stay with us.